Yeah, I just don't remember the little fishies. Maybe I just didn't. Just don't remember them. I do like how in this game they highlight pretty much anything you can interact with and touch, which I think is pretty cool. Let's see what that gives us on the effects. Mazzaro's protection is health regen. That's kind of cool. Like health regen. Bloodthirsty berry eater. I like it.
I remember you. You're the one? How did you come back? How did you find me here? No, I had no idea anything like that would happen. The Well of Souls is bigger than one gnome's pet project.
Gnomes.
My employer pays for information about its
They're
progress.
gnomes.
I just send the reports to make some money on the side.
Sounds all kinds of sketch, dude.
Hurt.
Super sketch.
I promise you, if I knew who it was, I'd tell you. Sharing research is one thing, but academic sabotage is a crime. I never meant for anyone to get hurt, but at this point, what's a little more blood on my hands?
Is he gonna just try to fight me? No unique or cool items. That sucks. I shouldn't have failed that check though. But I gotta remember to save before I do stuff like that. Wolves, kind of sound like tigers or something, to be honest. Yeah, upgrade my detection skill a little bit too. I gotta get gotta get to the point where I can actually see some stuff. I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be like a log or something around here that I can open. Um, let's go in here. Let's run some Feyblades. I'd love to have some Feyblades. Feyblades definitely make everything in life a little bit easier. Nice. Oh, that's a trap. I hate kobolds in this game. They're stronger than they should be. Hey, good weapon jet. Okay, there's no armor here somewhere. Nothing for that. Nothing at all. It sucks. Definitely wish I had something a little more. No, that's okay. Come on, something good. Yay. All this white stuff, man. Some finesse stuff. New game's supposed to be weighted to where whatever you're spec'd out's what you're going to get more often, but maybe it doesn't apply this early. Should get to, there's like a... Health, mana. Okay, so there's a mana button. Abilities, radial, block, stealth, indirect, sprint, dash. Okay. There's no like quick save button, but that's okay. Jesus. These guys will mess you up quick, fast, and hurry if you're not paying attention. Not a big fan of the alchemic process in this game. Again, just because I don't use potions all that much, I don't deal with any of that kind of stuff. I work mostly with skills, specific skills, to be honest. And then, beyond that, I like to work with just the weapons. I spend a lot of my points in blacksmithing and sagecrafting, so that way I can create really nice pieces of armor and weapons, and then sagecrafting you get the gems and take those gems and attach them to the weapons and the armor and stuff. If you're blacksmithing up enough, you can actually take gems and stuff and build them straight into the armor and weapons and still have slots available. So that's kind of cool. Son is not having a good day. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but he is definitely not having a good day today. These kobolds are just, ugh. Thankfully, they're just standards and savages. The assassins and the rogues get to be painful. Purely just because they're just because they have a different moveset, and some of their skills are actually pretty unfortunate. Like the bombs and stuff don't do a good mix Come on. I hit it. There we go. Still no shock arms or fey blades. These are the things I need in my life. And make this playthrough so much more fun. I don't know if I'm gonna need it, but see, there you go. Gem of Fire Shield is awesome. Quite a gem. Gem of Fire Lamps have been added to weapons and armor. Sage crafting workbench. Oh, nice. I don't know. The other reason I'm clearing this place out is because I want to know how quickly it comes back. Like, if I come back in a few hours or another day or so, is it going to have guys in it again? Because they used to take a long time to regenerate if you've cleared them. Which I'm always happy with, because I like being able to get to an area enough to fight through the whole area again. But, I mean, like I said, with the fast travel system in this game, that's not really too bad of a problem. Which is nice. Seems like another game should come out and that wolf pack would be right back here. Being annoying in the way. Story time.
You've come from the tower, haven't you? Name's Agarth. Maybe you can help an old Fate Weaver, eh?
What's Fate Weaver?
Look at the great tapestry of fate. The threads will tell us how a life will unfold. But knowing the future and being able to change it are two very different things.
You sent me to find you.
Poor old Fomerus Hughes. He respected the way the world works. What a shame. He's probably dead by now.
What do you know about Hughes?
When he started his experiments here, he asked me if they'd ever be successful. The cards told me that the Well of Souls would work, but its success would come on the day that Hughes was to die. The old man took it pretty well, honestly, although we did a lot of drinking after that.
The cards?
You really don't know much, do you? A Fate Weaver taps into the threads of fate and channels that energy through a focus. My order prefers cards. The cards are unique to each Fate Weaver, since we all see the weave differently. I suppose I could spare a little help in memory of Hughes, or in celebration of his success. Whichever.
Regen. I like regen. That's okay. I was dead too.
You're the one. Then that means it all makes sense now. The cards this morning. I drew the Gravedigger, the Running Man, and the Beast. Prepare yourself. They're coming. In my path.
I feel like that did 0 damage. Pretty consistently. Well, it's an R2 to harness the fate and enter reckoning mode now. enemies recognize their fates will begin to unravel. Move near to unraveling enemy and press X to perform a fate shift. This uses your remaining fate energy to destroy all unraveling foes and grants you an experience bonus. Boom. I like it.
What? How? What are you? The threads of fate. I've seen them before, but I've never seen anyone manipulate them like that. You just changed how the world was supposed to work. How did you do that?
I don't know. I just did it.
You just... Fate is the will of the gods. No mortal should be able to change it. How is that even possible? Come here. I'm going to do a reading. You might be able to change the threads, but fate will still have a plan for you. I promise not to tell you if I see your death.
What if I want to know what my death? I mean...
It's a gift. Some people paint landscapes. Other people write poetry. I peer into the weave of fate's tapestry and see people's deaths. That would be my guess. He was an academic, but he had a proper respect for fate's plan, unlike most gnomes.
Gnomes.
You're nervous. Relax. This is what fate weavers do. I'll be seeing your place in the pattern of destiny. Who you are, what you've done, where your path takes you. Or, at least, I should be. You're real, right? I swear I haven't had that much...
Maybe I'm real.
Fate's weave is always hard to see. It's in motion, hard to make out, but undeniably there. Yours is just... missing? This doesn't make sense. All mortal creatures have a place in the pattern. You should have one too, dead or not. If this is true, and I'm not saying I believe it, then your path is yours to determine.
Do you like determining my own path? Let's go.
I can see the threads around you, but they're shifting, changing so rapidly, I can't make sense of them. Normally, the threads would guide my hand to the cards, and I'd use those cards to see your pattern in the weave. But it just didn't happen. They wouldn't focus. So either there's something wrong with me, and there isn't, or there's something very wrong with you.
Yo, bro, those are fighting words.
It could mean nothing, or it could mean everything. The world is changing. You might be a sign of that, or maybe the cause. I've never had a reason to doubt my own readings, but we should consult with Arden. He's not a friend, but he's got a good eye for the tapestry. I'll meet you at his home to the east. I'm going to see if I can be of any help to the wounded at the tower. Once I was Agarth the Unyielding, the Blade of Avgrun. I wrestled the Colossus priestess and declined knighthood by the High King of the Fae. I was a hero of men. But that wasn't enough for me. I joined the Fate Weavers, hoping to find a way to conquer destiny itself. Turns out fate is the one thing I couldn't fight.
What's
You
Arden?
can find Arden's little cottage in the middle of Jovan. Had to move there when he got run out of town. He's a damned good Fate Weaver, but that doesn't make you very popular. Especially not in dark days like these. Hughes was always an odd one. Curious and determined as any of his kind, sure. He never shut up about his work. But he always knew what was important. He didn't worry about dying as long as he knew he'd get the well working.
Tuatha?
Tuatha aren't like any fae I've ever known. They're cruel, bloodthirsty, and savage. Why, they're practically human.
Fate.
We are all threads in the tapestry of fate, measured, woven, and cut according to a great plan. Fate weavers undertake the task of reading those threads. Our title always was a bitter lie, since we have no control over how that tapestry is woven. But you do. And when a fate weaver looks at your place in the weave, we see only the shapes of what you may choose to become.
Fate Weavers.
The Fate Weavers were once a great, unified order of sages from all the mortal races. We foretold the destinies of kings and gods. But that power takes a toll. Nobody likes bad news. And all the news in the world is getting worse. The Order splintered long ago. Now the old traditions are all but lost. And all I foretell is the fate of my beer. And I see it being empty soon.
Now, the only thing I never really liked about this game is, since you do have a silent protagonist, which is not uncommon, but what is uncommon is usually, when it comes to conversation with someone else, you have a question or a comment, or the protagonist has a statement of some kind that triggers exposition. This just has a verb or a noun or something going on in the world and just one little thing, and then they just vomit exposition, which is weird. What's wrong with my fate?
That's just it. I don't know if you've got one, but that's why we're going to see Arden. He lives in a little hut to the east in Yulven. I'll meet you there.
Sounds like a plan.
What could this all mean?
The Dread Kell. Okay, that's what it is. Port Rathier. The Alpha Merchant Navy have a position for a willing and courageous individual. I should seek out official contact. Commodore Garrick in the Seafoam Tavern in Rathier. Contact expedition into the light. Okay, let's do that. Stone Candle Mining Log. Among meticulous entries of mining shifts and Prismere loads extracted, a handful of personal entries stand out. Survey team Secundus has made a tremendous find. Contrary to our earlier surveys on the record, the Stone Candle Caves in Alistair show signs of a rare seam of Prismere. Word and samples have been sent to the forum in Odessa via secure messenger. Their answers all but sudden. Buy the land, start the mines, and tell no one. With everyone focused on the war, nobody will notice another mine, and we should be able to make a killing for spring 2004. 204. Octane not only demanded the establishment of the Stone Candle Mine, but has also personally funded the construction of a new laboratory in Alistair. This should prevent the nearby town from asking too many questions about the mine, although we still keep a second log. In case of prying eyes, regrettably, this makes for lax reporting at best. One can only hope that this will not reflect poorly on our reviews. A new scholar has arrived at Alistair Tower with much fanfare. Word from Octane is that Formasu's research is too important to be interrupted by day-by-day matters. Even though he won't tell us what the research is exactly. Meanwhile, kobolds continue to be a nuisance, ambushing our miners at the mouth of the cavern. We have too few Praetorians to handle a pack of the beasts, and there's no way I'm letting them station Farragorta down here. And bad enough chipping away in the dark without one of those crazy bone men sneaking up on you. Telemeters connecting the mines to Alistair Tower are complete. They still need shoring up to be stable enough for use, but soon we'll be able to move the Prismere straight into the labs without worrying about kobolds or curious outsiders. Just in time, too, there have been reports of soldiers lurking in the forest nearby. Don't they know the war front is on the other side of the Phalanx? No species may be commissioned by members of the Alfar Merchant Navy as a summons to Rader. Take heed, intrepid travelers, seasoned adventurers, and brave men and women of Amalur. A fiend is loose in the Frostbreak Sea. Dead Kel has returned, and his crew of hanged men trail a bloody wake. Will ye let this stand? The Alfar Merchant Navy seeks dauntless souls in the pursuit of the Pirate King. Do not delay. Draw your swords, raise your sails, set a course for glory. Visit Rathir today. Cool with me.